Hopefully, after today's broadcast, things will start to look up. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Do Rebel. Welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast number 227. This is part 2 of the new trends in Jeet Kune Do. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you are catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment. I'm checking around to make sure that everything is live as it's supposed to be. But of course, if you, hang on one second. If you enjoy, okay, there we go. John Nasir is there. All right, cool. So if you enjoy my work and you'd like to support the program, please visit jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link. That's where you'll see stuff like this, the 4 tenets of Jeet Kune Do t-shirt, long sleeve, short sleeve, hoodie, sweaty, and not quite this coffee mug, but coffee mug versions also. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. All right, I'm just making sure. All right, Mark Black is here. Cool. Russell. All right. Okay. Now I'm hearing the tones in my headphones. All right. Cool. All right. So last time around, we were talking about the need for some people in JKD to time jump backwards to the nascent period of Jeet Kune Do, and then teleport back to 2022 with a deeper understanding of Bruce Lee's art and philosophy. And again, hopefully, after doing so, they'd realize that to think of Jun Fan Gung Fu as something fixed in time and space and execution, and JKD as a completely different animal, they'd realize that that is woefully inaccurate. So two things, part 2, 2 things, or more accurately, 1.5 things grow out of last week's misconception. One is that the JKD practitioner trains the established, the fixed, or the core art, but then trains in other arts to expand his or her horizons and to evolve as a martial artist. This is wrong. And more on that in a minute. The other thing is that to train Jeet Kune Do is to train in things that preserve what Bruce Lee did. In other words, Jeet Kune Do is what Bruce Lee did, and so for historical preservation reasons, we teach that, or we train that, but it's another one of the arts or one of the styles that we offer in our schools. Get it? So we offer Muay Thai, Pencak Silat, Savate, boxing, Panantukan, Filipino Kali, whatever else. And we also offer Jeet Kune Do. So this whole, I've taken to calling this the Jeet Kune Do Historical Preservation Society, right? This is so laughably wrong. It really, but it is also scary. And how we got to this point is somewhat beyond me. I don't know. I don't know exactly. But I think it is related to the idea that, like I mentioned before, that Jeet Kune Do was created and designed by Bruce Lee for Bruce Lee, who then attempted to teach it to his students. And so now we have like a body of work, like certain drills, I guess, and certain techniques which we can perform, and we can call those things Jeet Kune Do. So that's like core art stuff, I guess. So it completely misses the point that Jeet Kune Do is always organic, always alive and fresh, and therefore free of preservatives. It is also the other trend that I've noticed is where some people relegate Jeet Kune Do to a status of like old school efficacy. So we train that old school efficacy in which we don't have much confidence or much faith, but now it's for fun, historical purposes. In other words, Jeet Kune Do is not particularly effective nowadays, but it's fun to train in its old methods. So, I beseech you, Jeet Kune Do people, listen up. We must guard against falling in love with complicated stuff that's fun to do. Because if we don't, then we will forever be moving away from a central concept, which is to constantly seek after functionality, not fun, functionality, and constantly seek after the expression of the philosophy of the utmost with the least necessary. In other words, efficiency. Like I said, I'm at a loss to pinpoint exactly when this idea, when it germinated, let's say. This thing about training in other arts to expand your horizons and further evolve yourself. I am not sure exactly when it is that this got a foothold in the Jeet Kune Do doorway, you know, and subsequently was granted like full entrance, like full access. I suspect it's because things weren't well enough explained on seminar, and so people took it upon themselves and came up with all these ideas. So like I kind of chronicled the development this way. When I was thinking about it, I was saying, okay, is there some kind of chronological order in which these things happen? So we have the idea that, like I said before, Jeet Kune Do was what Bruce Lee developed and taught. And so you need look no further than that for Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do is that. It's the thing that he developed and taught. Well, that contrasts with the idea that Bruce Lee himself cross-trained, and so his followers should do the same and cross-train as well. So this second idea evolved into cross-training as the further development, but JKD as nothing but an early example of cross-training. I don't know if that makes it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah, Bruce Lee cross-trained and developed Jeet Kune Do. Okay, now separate that. Now we can, as followers of Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do, we continue to cross-train, but it doesn't have anything to do with this cross-training thing over here that we call Jeet Kune Do. This is ridiculous, right? Because if you notice, now we have two Jeet Kune Do camps. One that thinks Jeet Kune Do is this, it's the thing that Bruce Lee gave us, and we don't need to look at anything else. The other that thinks Jeet Kune Do is this thing that Bruce Lee gave us, but in order to further develop ourselves, we need to look at other stuff. So both have it wrong, because Jeet Kune Do itself is the thing that you use to propel yourself, right? It is not fixed in time. We need a return to the original freedom, with the realization that the concepts of Jeet Kune Do were always to be examined within the context of martial art inquiry. And then any discoveries which are made were to be brought into your training, modified when, where, and or if needed, forever in the pursuit of advancement and development. All right, I'm going to say that to you again. The concepts of Jeet Kune Do were always to be examined within the context of martial art inquiry, and then any discoveries that were made were to be brought back into your training, modified when, where, and or if needed, forever in the pursuit of advancement and development. That's it. That's what we have to get back to. So, what say you? Do you think I got this right, wrong, barking up the wrong tree, have no idea what's going on out there in the Jeet Kune Do world. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I got to say about this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods. The Jeet Kune Do Journey Volume 1 still available at, what do you call it? PayPal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. I think I just froze. Give me a second. Let me reload. And okay, are we good? Yeah, we're back. All right, so coming up on Friday, May 13th, Friday the 13th, Jeet Kune Do Dialogues episode with Marcus Charles of MKG Chicago. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Marcus and I are on different time zones, so I have to adjust a little bit for him. When I was reloading, I think I saw a question here. When does training for the functionality? Oh, it wasn't a question. I think this is a comment. When does training for functionality stop? Add in techniques and look more at making yourself training. Stop adding techniques. Simon, I'm pretty sure Simon's not saying that I said anything about adding techniques. When does training for functionality stop adding techniques and look more at making yourself functional physically, etc.? When does it stop adding techniques? It's never supposed to be adding techniques. See, so here's what I said. The concepts of Jeet Kune Do were always to be examined within the context of martial art inquiry, and then any discoveries made were to be brought into your training. Maybe you could call that adding of techniques, I don't know, modified when, where, and or if needed. So it's not at all simply, oh, we just keep adding techniques. No. There's stuff that you ignore. Anything that you might bring into your training is because it delivers something that you didn't have before. It might not be a brand new technique. You might not be adding a technique. You might add a training method. You might add, literally or figuratively, a twist to the technique, right? You might garner an understanding of a technique because of something else, but it's not at all just add. That's not how. That's not martial art inquiry. I can't think of a term for that now. Anyhow, so I saw that there. I thought I'd jump on that for a second there, Simon. Right. Thanks for your contribution. All right. So that's it for today, which is a yellow day. There you go. Right. I don't wear this one often enough. It's too loud, attracts too much attention. Right. So I'll see some of you Friday at 7 p.m. with Marcus Charles. If not, I'll see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, Jeet Kune Do Rebel. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's starting to rain over here. All right. Talk soon. Take care.